Happy Conference de 2009 com o tema Impacting Wellness in Organizations.
Aprender a ser feliz, criar uma cultura pessoal e profissional focada na felicidade é o desafio desta conferência. Na Janssen-Cilag temos um credo sob o qual atuamos. Acreditamos que a nossa primeira responsabilidade é para com cada médico, para com cada doente que sente alívio, que melhora, que se cura com os nossos medicamentos. Acreditamos que para a satisfação das necessidades destas pessoas, tudo o que fazemos tem de ser de alta qualidade. Com o nosso esforço, empenho e dedicação, podemos proporcionar bem-estar, esperança e, obviamente, felicidade. Prazer vos apresentar tal Ben-Shahar.
Thank you. And unfortunately, I'm only going to be touching the tip of the iceberg. I'm not going to go into too much depth because Bruno told me that we have to be out of here by midnight. So I'll be brief. So the main idea about positive psychology, what differentiates positive psychology from other areas, is that positive psychology, positive leadership, focuses on what works. You know, we think that we look at reality and we see reality as a whole. Not so. Actually, at every moment, we see only a very small part of reality. And very often we make the mistake that we think that we see reality as a whole. Not so. And potentially, we pay a price for it. When we appreciate the good in our lives, the good appreciates. When I appreciate my partner, the good in our relationship, the good in our relationship appreciates. Unfortunately, the opposite is also the case. When I don't appreciate the good, when I take the good for granted, the good depreciates. I have less of it. What am I grateful for? What do I appreciate in my life? I ask this question every night before I go to sleep, and I write down the things for which I'm grateful in my little notebook, which I carry with me, and then I transfer it to my computer. So here last night, the things that I wrote: God, Tamush, Tami, my wife, David, Shirel, and Eliav, our 3 children, Outliers, the book, which I've just been rereading, arrived in Portugal safely, and salmon. I had a lovely salmon on the flight. Big things and little things. Why? Because life is too short for us to take for granted the important things in our lives. They started to ask, what do those who are successful and able to lead a healthy and happy life do? I talk about 3 small things. And there are other characteristics, but what I see is the 3 main characteristics of these individuals. And these are rituals, recovery, and focus. And these things are common sense, but as the French philosopher Voltaire once said, common sense is not that common, especially when it comes to application. And this is what I'm asking you to do, to apply these things in your lives. Ask these positive questions that create a reality that can create miracles. Tonight, as every night, I will be writing down the 5 things, at least, for which I'm grateful. And the one thing that I will certainly write down tonight is the opportunity, the privilege of having to spend the morning with you. So thank you.
We will now proceed our program with a debate, and I'm very pleased to welcome Tiago Forjás, founder and chairman of Jason Associates, and Paulo Nogueira, journalist at television SIC.
How can a company accommodate individuality? Is there work being done on that?
Yes. Successful companies are able to find the synthesis between clear boundaries and freedom. So what a CEO needs to do, or a department manager needs to do, is take a time aside and think and reflect, and time aside without the telephone or emails, to really think and concentrate on the following question: what would be the right balance between freedom and boundaries? Be the change you want to see in the world. You know, the change begins here. Introduce these rituals, 1 ritual at a time, not all together, because you will end up not introducing any. Introduce that physical exercise, introduce that gratitude, introduce the positive questions on a regular basis. Start a meeting in the organization with these questions. Appreciate your partner, appreciate your friend. Dig deep for that seed of greatness in your child, in yourself, in others. Because when we do these things, when we introduce these positive rituals into our lives, then miracles begin to happen inside us and all around us.
Dr. Toll, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Very much, Tal.
Wow, thank you very much, Tal. It was a very, very wonderful morning. Incredibly inspiring thoughts and teachings that will guide us all through an amazing trip, the trip of our lives, our happy lives, we hope. Thank you all, and let's live, love, dream, learn, create, and leave a legacy. Let's be responsible for our lives. Let's have happy lives. Thank you.
Para terminar, convido-os a celebrarem este momento num grande happy end, no dia em que se celebra o Dia Mundial da Paz, com uma mensagem que quero que levem para dentro das vossas empresas e das vossas casas e que vou plagiar ao Raul Solnado e que já foi dito aqui uma vez, hoje. Façam o favor de ser felizes, porque ser feliz dá saúde. Please be happy. Obrigado e até à Happy Conference 2010.
Olha, foi um espetáculo, foi fantástica. Como dizia o Dr. Tal, todos nós estamos, é do nosso senso comum, sabemos o que é a felicidade e o que é que nos faz feliz. Só que depois com a vida que levamos, muitas vezes esquecemos de aplicar isso no nosso dia-a-dia.
Há pequenas mudanças que podem impactar as nossas vidas se implementarmos devagarinho, não é? Uma de cada vez. Isso foi um dos meus maiores ensinamentos hoje.
Já chega a falar de crise, vamos falar de oportunidades, de crescimento, de sucesso, de felicidade e, acima de tudo, de equilíbrio.
Eu acho muito importante e muito corajoso que se fale em felicidade para um auditório desta dimensão. Acho que cada vez tem que haver eventos desta natureza, a lembrar às pessoas de coisas que elas até sabem, mas que no dia-a-dia não se lembram delas.
Estar aqui, de certa forma, faz-nos olhar para dentro. Penso que hoje é talvez a coisa mais importante. A felicidade está dentro de nós. Temos que encontrar-nos e encontrar com os outros, naturalmente.
Sempre uma lufada de ar fresco, termos alguém que nos chama a atenção para as pequenas coisas da vida que devemos apreciar.
E estes conceitos e tudo isto que ouvimos hoje vem reforçar e dá-nos a oportunidade de procurar essa felicidade. E, portanto, queria deixar aqui os meus parabéns ao Wind Productions e a toda a sua equipe por esta maravilhosa conferência.